So I made a video not that long ago about Coach JB and him making fun of men who sit with their legs crossed and stuff like that, as he is just losing it. And it's obvious he is very emotional, way more emotional than normal that I've seen. And before he was doing that, he was talking about Mina Kimes and what she said about quarters and stuff like that. And he was absolutely emotional, like he was triggered. And I watched a clip today about Cam Newton, Dan Orlovsky, Kurt Warner, and even Big Smitty. Like, they're basically like making themselves look stupid in order to defend a woman or anyone that doesn't know what they're talking about, and you can't say anything negative about them. Like, I don't understand that. But I got context today why Coach JB does not like her. And it's not necessarily personal because it's his professional career, but it hits home and it really irritates him and hurts his heart because she was saying stuff about some players and he defended them, and it was of their personal lives and things that were happening to them that was not right, and she was kind of going after his players and he defended them, which if he's our coach, he absolutely should. And even if they're kind of wrong, you should still defend them somewhat, and then behind the scenes you should go after them. But again, that's for football, not personal stuff. So I got a little context today. And Coach JB was much more like he gets worked up and he starts getting loud and using his hands and everything. But it was very different than when he was going after Mina Kimes, when I was like, wow, he's making fun of men for doing feminine things, when getting really emotional like that is feminine. It just is. You can get loud, angry, but there's like a certain threshold where it becomes feminine, just to me. And I wouldn't want to act like that ever. As I've gotten older, I know it just, giving someone that much power is just not smart. And Big Smitty, oh my gosh. He was like defending Mina, and he won't say anything negative about Joy Taylor because they're friends. And then Coach starts to get on him like, we're friends, but you say negative things about me all the time. He's like, well, that's the format of the show. That's the format of the show. So if you were doing a show with Joy Taylor, would you ever say anything negative? Because I don't believe he would. So that just... And then he says he's too real to be called out. How can you in any way be too real to be called out when you're led around with your dick? When that's literally what you're thinking about and with first. Like, you can't say anything negative about these women who are wrong because either you know them or you're just a moron and you're just simping for them. But you're too real to be called out. And then he was calling out Coach JB, how he has certain people he goes after more. Well, I understand Mina Kimes because of what she did to his players. He has a little axe to grind. And that's his prerogative. It's your prerogative to be pathetic as well. And to say that you're too real to be called out, that means you are so fake. Oh, you are so fake, Big Smitty. Oh, just sadness. Sadness on that front. And Dan Orlovsky put up a tweet or something that was going after Coach, or Kurt Warner did, whatever. And TJ Ward, I think it was Dan, because TJ Ward says, this grammar, they be caping Coach, gotta keep the jobs. What the heck? Why can't we use proper grammar? Like, at least kind of close to make it sound like you have a brain cell, but whatever. So TJ Ward is saying that They're lying to keep their job. So they're saying if they don't defend this woman, no matter what she says, they're going to lose their job, which I'm pretty sure is wrong. So they have to make others look good and themselves look worse to keep their job. So that means ESPN does not care about the product that they're putting out there. Don't care. In the least. It's all about propping up certain people. And you wonder why ESPN is in decline. They don't care about the truth. They don't care about putting out the best product. They care about taking their DEI hires and propping them up and making everyone else look stupid while propping them up. That's just sad. And so the whole debate was that quarter coverage, Mina says how you, like, the weakness of it is you go deep. Where Coach JB is saying that the weakness is in the flat. And then all these guys are putting up like these individual plays where quarter coverage is beat deep. Coach JB, and he was trying to get this through to Big Smitty, who just wouldn't take it, that he never said it can't be beat with a deep throw. He was saying that the best way to beat it as far as its weakness is a throw to the flat. And when you argue with these exceptions, that means you really don't have an argument and you're just... Because I see it all the time where somebody will argue, like somebody says, like, majority of the time this happens. They're like, well, but it happened this time and this time. And he's like, it's not the outlier. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about normally. What normally happens. There are outliers to almost everything. I'm pretty sure if you look at the totality of the NFL and all the years it's been in existence, every coverage has been beaten by every kind of play. Because some guys just make awesome plays, an awesome catch, an awesome throw, an awesome run. To where, oh, you're not supposed to be able to run against that, and it's an 80-yard touchdown run. Because guys are out of position. So anything can be beaten by anything if you just want to throw it out there. But Coach JB was saying the weakness of quarters. And I don't know as much as Coach JB. I don't know as much as Cam Newton or Kurt Warner or Dan Orlovsky. And I got a comment saying about Katie Nolan when I was... when I said that she was the most annoying. I didn't say she didn't know what she was talking about, which I don't know if she does. But somebody made a comment about the fact that she knows more than you do about football and has more legs to stand on, basically, to talk about it. And in a TV show or podcast, how on earth do you know if they actually know how to break something down, to actually know about it? Because they could just be fed all this stuff. Commercial, ESPN, like Mina Kimes on ESPN, during commercial, she could be like, boom, you need to talk about this, and this, and then boom, she looks like she knows what she's talking about when she doesn't. You don't know. Unless you actually sit down with her, have a conversation, then you can really see how much knowledge someone has. So all these people on TV that they sound like they know what they're talking about. Now, when the broadcasters are doing it, you can really tell because they're not fed stuff. I mean, they are a little bit in their earpieces and stuff, but you can tell people that know what they're talking about and who doesn't. It's much easier to tell than on a TV show or podcast. Now, if there's no editing... Okay, but still, how long are they talking and they could prepare beforehand and just memorize stuff? You don't know. You have no clue what people know truly. Because I've always said that if you know something, if you truly know something inside and out, you can teach it. If you can't teach it, you really don't know it that well. It's just that simple. You can't. You can't know it that well if you can't teach it. So, Coach JB, I said that you were acting feminine while going after guys, but with a little context, it's more about Mina. But I would suggest don't give her that much power. Screw her. She's obviously not very intelligent, doesn't know what she's talking about. She's a DEI hire. So don't give her that much power. Screw her. When you were talking to Big Smitty, it was like the clip I saw today. You were like handsy and like animated and stuff, but handsy, animated. But it wasn't emotional like it was before. And I don't like acting like that because it just gives people too much power over you. I refuse to let someone work me up that much. No. So, Coach JB, keep going. I love that you're not bowing down to all these guys that are just absolutely pathetic, including the person that you do your podcast with, who is absolutely pathetic and won't say anything negative about these women. And the sad part is, when you think you're doing something positive and being nice, you're actually being cruel. Because they will only make mistakes their whole entire life if no one calls you out on your mistakes. So that means you're going to look stupid your whole life because people are pandering to you and trying to make you look better versus telling you the truth, helping you become the best NFL analyst that you can be. They're just lying to you, apparently to keep their job. I don't understand how these people have no morals and it's all about money. Because if they really fire you for saying, you're wrong, Mina, why would you want to work for ESPN? Why?